Not gonna lie, right now, I am totally creeped out. I have been getting ready, and while I'm getting ready, I'm watching these like 10 places to not visit, 10 scariest places, 10 scary things on Google Maps. And I think it's the music, you know, it's like that, it's that music, and it just like makes my skin crawl, so. And I'm home alone. Hey guys, so we are going to be doing our monthly favorites. I know you're probably like, Steph, you haven't done monthly favorites in like forever, but hold up. I just been lazy, I'll be honest. I've just been a little lazy. I'm going to talk about some of the products that I've been loving, mostly skincare and makeup, because there's a lot of stuff that's been coming out, a lot of stuff I've been trying, so let's get rolling with this. These are two foundations that I have been loving here recently. The very first one is the Too Faced Peach Perfect. This is the Comfort Matte Foundation. I actually did an entire review on the new Peach collection, and I specifically told you guys how much I loved it. I've been using it ever since. I like to combine it. I like to wear it alone. And it just makes my skin look nice and refreshed even through the day. I'm actually wearing it today. If you like that matte foundation, long-lasting wear, and you're looking for something that's going to last you through the workday or whatever it is that you're trying to get through, definitely try this out. And then this is a long-time goodie and true love of mine. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place. I've talked about this and raved about this numerous times here on my channel. I just absolutely love the way that it feels on my skin. Yes, it's a full coverage foundation. I do find it to be a foundation for me that is, one, a holy grail, but two, if I'm going out during the day and I know I'm going to be going out that night, I know I can trust it to keep my makeup on, keep my makeup in place, and make me look matte, and I really don't ever have to reapply any sort of powder when I wear that. So I just thought I'd let you guys know about this, because now that it's fall time, I'm starting to get into that matte skin again. If you guys want to know my shades, I'm a 4N1 for double wear, and then for the Too Faced Peach Perfect, I'm in Sand. Primers are a huge thing for me. I don't really dive out of my comfort zone. When I look for a primer, I look for a primer that's going to be pore minimizing, and it's going to maybe keep something mattifying or smooth out any sort of texture I have on my skin. And these two have been doing the job, you guys. This here is the Primed and Peachy. This is the Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This one has, like, when you first put it on, it has that kind of cooling sensation on your skin. And then I like to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing, just to kind of go right in my T-zone, kind of really close up those pores. That way when I go in with some sort of a highlight, it doesn't accentuate it. This one really works. I mean, you can see instant results with this. I have some palettes in here I wanted to talk about. The very first one is the Pure SOIREE Diaries. This one is newer. We received this in our BoxyCharm. It's a really easy palette to go to, and especially for like days like today where I don't really want to do a whole lot, I can just dive into like 2 of these shades and be good to go. I just really am impressed with this palette. This is newer, but the packaging alone is really nice. I do like to display it here on my vanity because I just like the aesthetic and the way that everything is put together. But the other one I wanted to mention is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. This is a palette that I have to kind of work with really strategically. I feel like it's almost like scientific. Like I'm like, okay, what can I do? What can I not do? But the colors, the variations in here, the metallics in here, really nice. The ones I do find to be a little bit difficult to work with, and I just have to kind of tweak the way I play with them, are the green shades. They're the ones that do give me the most trouble in this palette, but everything else so far has been good. Let me know if there are certain colors that you find to be a little difficult to work with. I myself, I just wanted to mention this because I've been enjoying it so far. Just, you know, you just kind of got to work it here and there, you know? For contour, you guys have probably seen this quite often here on my channel. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Contour, and I absolutely love this shade. It is slightly warmer than most of the shades that I use to contour with, but I feel like it is a good contour shade for myself personally. I've been using it a lot. I don't really dive into these two, but this one particularly has been great. It's easy to work with. I particularly like to use this one with a fan brush more so than anything else. I'm impressed. I do find myself diving more and more into the Bare Minerals line, which is amazing. I used to get into Bare Minerals when they first came out, and wasn't it like Bare Essentials? Or maybe Bare Essentials and Bare Minerals are the same thing, but remember when they just used to have like their face powder and it was like the buffer and everything, and my mom bought it for me on QVC, I remember, and it came with like the mineral veil, the powder and some other trinkets. And I remember I used to only buy it on QVC. So to see them dive into something different, it's kind of cool. I mean, I was really digging it because I've just really been enjoying their products lately, and I find them to be worth taking a look at. So two other skincare products I wanted to mention. The very first one is by Dermalogica. This here is the Pre-Cleanse Balm. I just recently ran out of, whoops. It comes with a little mitten, and you put it on, and then you kind of just rub it all over your face. It has to be just dry, I think is what it says. I don't know. I've been using it on a dry face, and it takes off everything. It takes off my waterproof mascara, takes off my eyeliner. I mean, this stuff gets through all that gunk and all that makeup. So the little oven mitt, I don't know, but it looks like an oven mitt. You just rub it all over your face, and it works. It's really, really nice. And then the other one, which, I mean, I gotta give it to Glam Glow. This here is the Glam Glow Flash Mud Brightening Treatment. Now, I'm not somebody that when I look for skincare products, I never am targeted towards anything that's brightening, anything that's hydrating, none of that stuff. Like, that's just not my jam. Whenever I'm looking for a mask, I'm looking for something that's going to be acne prone, pore minimizing, it's gonna pull out the gunk, it's gonna reduce pimples, anything like that. When I see that, I'm like, ooh, like I actually get really excited to use this because I feel like it actually, I can see a difference in my skin, I can see my texture kind of going away, and I can see the scarring going away. I do find that when I wear makeup now, the foundation I use is not as much as what I was using before. So try this out, please. You guys will thank me later. So let's talk about this foundation. We just did a first impressions, and I tried it out, and I was like, okay, it's nice. I like it. I have no problems with it. I wore it that entire day, and I have to say that it held up really well. Now, consider the fact that it was actually kind of cold here for California. It was like the 70s. I know you guys are probably like, what? Where I live, inland, is kind of more in the hotter range, so it usually stays between the 80s and the 90s, so anything under 80, like 70 to 77, is really nice here, like really nice, and it was overcast, and so that was kind of like our cold time frame, and you guys are probably like, I know, you guys are probably giving me those like emoji eyeballs, like please, whatever, but I have worn it again here when it's super hot, melted. It is one of those foundations where if you prime good, and your skin is in good, nice shape, it's gonna work really well. I'm not super sold on it yet. I'm not gonna say it's a holy grail foundation of mine, but I'm not gonna knock it completely because it hasn't done me wrong. The hype around this beauty line for me was just way overwhelming that you almost went into it with, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be good, it has to be perfect. So when it doesn't, it almost lets you down, and you're like, ugh. You know, like, shoot, man, I was way over expected, especially like Trophy Wife. Trophy Wife highlighter, I was really expecting a lot because a lot of people were like raving about it, but it's a little too glittery for me. I just don't like that. I don't like it to be too glittery. Yellow, the yellow highlight on me just doesn't always look too good. I will say that I am very proud of Rihanna for creating a makeup line that is gonna work well for a lot of skin tones, and I love that because I feel like we need to expand in our makeup community line when it comes to, all the different skin types that there are, not just light skin, not just medium skin, but, bringing in that, women of color need foundations that are going to suit them. For me, it's a foundation that is a testy foundation. It's a testy girlfriend, but I'm still playing around with it. I just wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite. That's all. Anywho, that there are my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on any of the products. I just want to know what you guys think about the products that I mentioned. Let me know if there's some of your favorites or you don't like them. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So I hope to see you guys all in my next video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.